have to open it on the browser. And now I've done the browser. And now I click the button. Hello? Where did the button go? The button! There it is. Invite. You. Send. Yippee! Okay, we should be good. Once you get that invite and accept it and stuff.
Done. Alrighty. Let me know when you're ready for me to go off of my intro.
Ready when you are.
Cool. Cool.
Weebo!
Alrighty, there we go.
Pog!
Do I need to get your talkie? I think I might. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remake your talkie because I redid a bunch of my OBS stuff, so let me do that real quick.
Yeah, no problem. Hello! Hi, Mad Hog! Welcome! We're talking about boys today. And also potentially fish.
And fish.
Potentially.
Boys and fish.
Both of them. Or, potentially, love.
Wow.
On the battlefield?
Love on the battlefield, can it bloom?
It's still good to see you anyways. Thanks for showing up even if you're just gonna lurk. You're so cool.
Yeah.
Aw, love you too, bro. It's always good to see you.
Alright. Let me get the lights in my room and...
Oh, I should do that too. I need to like plug my little string lights in. That's so smart. I should have thought of that earlier. So the sun's about to set.
Yeah.
And close my little window as well here.
But yeah, we're continuing our trend of playing visual novels. This one is going to be a lot more cutesy and pleasant than Clinical Trial. Not to say Clinical Trial is, Clinical Trial is fantastic. It's just a bit of a heavy game. This one is kind of the polar opposite. It is kind of cozy.
Yeah, 100%. Plus, like, boys.
Boys!
Our Amorevite. Also the, Oh, where'd it go?
There are various ways you can customize and interact with the game. The tutorials reveal how certain features work. You can read the full tutorial from the main menu to learn everything in detail. To start off, the game is divided into 4 time periods called steps. Step 1, childhood. Step 2, adolescence. Step 3, young adulthood. And Step 4, adulthood.
Yay!
Our life is divided into sets of vignettes that take place during specific periods of time. These are called moments. Moments can be played in any order or skipped entirely. You can move on to the next step whenever you want by selecting that summer is ending. Step 1 through 3 include 5 moments each, and even more can be unlocked by purchasing DLCs. Some are out now, and some other DLCs will release later on. Step 4 is an epilogue and doesn't include moments. A lot happens over the years that go by, especially in regard to the character you play as. You determine nearly everything about the main character: name, appearance, personality, pronouns, interests, skills, their relationship with major characters, and so on. You can decide to change the details as time goes on, with a few exceptions. Your last name, skin tone, and eye color can't be altered one set.
Okay, cool.
Much of the MC's basic traits are determined on the character select screen. As the MC grows up, more options become available on the screen. As mentioned, One of the decisions you'll get to make for your character is selecting a name. You can type in any name you like or pick a preset name. Preset options are called voice names because the game will be voiced aloud by the romantic lead. You'll get to hear him say your name as you play through the story.
Oh, cute.
Only the default name, Jamie, is included in the base game. Hundreds more can be added by getting the free voice name expansion DLC. Full collection of names is separated out as a DLC because of how large it is. If you're not interested in that feature, you don't need to get it. Each name in the DLC belongs to or was selected by somebody who supported this project.
Oh, that's cute.
That is really cute. On the character select screen, there's a cute doll you can decorate to get an idea of what your MC looks like with different traits put together. Not all the things you decide about the MC appear on the doll. The script referencing what you decide for the MC is the main way those decisions influence the game.
Aww.
Our life has a first-person perspective, so your character doesn't appear next to other character sprites. You only see the MC as a decorative doll and a special cut-in CG images. The cut-in CGs only appear if certain choices are made. It's possible to not see any during a playthrough. There's also a type of special MC base screen, the interest and comfort screen. Unless you get the DLCs, the game has one love interest, Cove Holden. He grows up with the MC, and the interest and comfort screen is crucial for determining how that plays out. Interest sets how much you like him. There are 4 levels: disinterest, fond, crush, and love. Love is only available in Step 3, and if you're fond or crush, it's Step 2. Comfort determines how you generally react/think when it comes to him. There are 3 levels: nervous, relaxed, and direct. Your level of interest and comfort will set the type of dynamic your character has with the love interest. What you did in the past will influence the present. Feelings can change over time.
Dang, this is like super in-depth. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I knew you weren't kidding, but like, you were not kidding.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so cool.
You get to pick your interest and comfort near the beginning of every step. Comfort can be switched between the 3 levels as you please, and your interest level can only stay the same or increase. Your current level of interest will become the new lowest option on the screen in the future. For example, if you decide to be fond in Step 1, disinterest will not be available on the screen Steps 2 and 3, which will make fond the bottom level option for your relationship. This game is going to kill my throat.
Well, if you
Interest
ever need
level.
to switch, I can read.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The level has an impact when it comes to physically interacting with Cove. While growing up, things are rather simple. If you get along with one another and have a close relationship, you can choose to touch him. Cove will occasionally interact with the MC in light-hearted or comforting ways. But starting in Step 3, touching can become more romantic or suggestive if you're at crush or love.
Wow.
To make sure things go nicely there will be an extra choice to determine into initiative level, and a bonus mini tutorial that goes along with a choice to explain the feature in more detail. Basically, if you decide you like Cove, the game won't force you to act on those feelings.
That's interesting.
Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and skip through some of this. Basically, more or less deciding that you have intricate choices.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Cove's appearance will change, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Or you can just design your own ideal Cove using the Cove Creator option. Yeah, so you could either let your choices decide how he looks, or you can design him yourself.
That's crazy. I wish I could do that in real life.
For real, for real.
Just making them fatter, TBH. Listen, lying is bad. I don't do that.
Oh no. Alright. Alright, so this game is very much made for people who have difficulties with, like, I don't know, reading tone and all that kind of stuff too, so they kind of go into that. Just like disabled people in general, which is
That's
sweet.
genuinely really sweet, yeah.
Yeah. Always pick yellow, never pick yellow, pursue. I hope you have enough time with our life. Thank you for playing. There we go, we can make our character now.
Yippee! Okay. First off, boy.
Okay, I'm going boy.
Yeah, we going full boy.
Alright, how do we want it? What do we want? What kind of jawline do we want?
I want to see the hair first, because I feel like that'll help me decide. Oh wait, we should make a full-on like non-passing trans man.
Oh hell yeah. So long.
Ooh wait, I liked that like really choppy long hair. Where was
this
it?
one?
Nah, over a little bit. That one.
Ooh yeah, that one's cute.
We're just making you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Alright.
Ooh, I do kind of like that blunt on the back of it. That's kind of
Yeah,
nice.
Let's go with the blunt. Let's get blunted.
Oh wow, all these colors are really good.
Yeah.
Kind of punky to have like a different under hair color actually.
Definitely.
Ooh, the purple is kind of nice.
Okay, we go purple.
Yeah.
Color. Lord, that pale.
Oh my gosh, she can be a mime. Make this man a mime. JK, don't actually do that. Just pick one that you like.
Go 10.
He.
Okay,
Oh.
like you like Krabby Patties, don't use Squidward ass face.
Yeah, for real. On God, on God, on God. Oh,
Like
cute.
that, like lidded.
I also like that one a lot. I agree with you. Kind of just stoner vibes.
Yeah, let's go lidded. Eye color. You know, all I'm saying.
A little bit Acrobat goes a long way. You know what? We could just make you.
That is true. Should we make me?
Make you.
Okay. Alright, so do we want to go with one of the voice names?
Honestly, yeah, because we could do Ace. As much as you
That's
hate it when
true.
people call you that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm Acer now to everybody apparently, so just curious what all names are here. Let's see. I'm checking to see if one of my names is in here. Just to see if I get my rep. I don't think it is. It's not.
Dang.
Damn, fucked up. Okay, well let's go with Ace then.
Love it. Yep, that's a goose.
Birthmarks. Scars. Yeah, we're battle torn.
I love the idea of being battle torn.
Yeah, we're like 10. Fuck
Okay,
happened,
and we got into a bike accident, okay?
God, a horrible bike accident. Rosy cheeks,
All cute.
freckles.
I do love the rosy cheeks, that's super adorable to me.
Do we do rosy cheeks?
Yes.
Okay. Hand size.
Aww.
I'm gonna say maybe slender.
Yeah, probably. Oh wait, those glasses were really cute. I liked the square ones that were lower on the face.
Yeah.
And those ones are also really cute, yes!
We're talking about
Looks
these
like a
ones.
total nerd.
Yeah.
That's really cute. Wait, what's the last name we're doing?
Oh.
We still haven't entered
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
we have a last name, yeah.
You could just
we
do, ERBA. Close
Rubba.
enough. Ace Erba.
That's pretty good. There's also equals to do Croatia.
Real.
Let's do Erbo.
We could do
Clothing
the
types.
bookmark
Pants.
on the chest for sure. Because
Yeah.
of the tattoo that she has.
Oh yeah, true. I
could
thought you were gonna say
do-
because of the birthmark that I have on my chest.
I mean, you also have one of those. That's true. And don't you have one on your arm too, or am I crazy?
Leg. No,
Do it.
My thigh.
Make it real. Ooh. We gotta do the hot leg scars.
Wear everything.
Yeah!
Sure.
Yeah! Transgender! Also, do you still want to do he for the pronouns, or?
Yeah, I'm cool with he.
He. Looking at you, pointing, boy.
Yeah.
I think the face shape is good too, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the face shape.
Yeah, I mean, we
fun.
picked the perfect one by accident too.
Good.
Oh, I need to change my crop already. The
Summer and Sun.
Go ahead.
Yep. Let me move our little talkies around actually real quick because they're kind of blocking the text lately.
Oddly enough, it gets just a tiny bit bigger once the game actually starts. Just barely.
Let's see, where is my talkie? There it is. Oh, make mine ever so slightly smaller. There we go.
There we go, nice and centered.
Summer in Sunset Boulevard was a special time of year. Your usually sleepy town began to bustle. It was a popular tourist destination, with people coming from all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and the relaxation that came with both. The smell of ocean, crisp and salty, hung in the air, bringing 3 whole months of schoolless vacation with it. During the summer, your moms didn't like you to wander too far outside your neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. That included the people. Families came and went from Sunset Boulevard, but they mostly stayed and did what your mom called putting down roots. They built businesses, they got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to the nice young kids who waved when passing their stores. Going for a walk around town mostly meant the familiar, friendly residents waved, or asked how your family was, or most often just said hello. Okay, we get our first choice here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Didn't really get why they always said hi. They saw you every day, but you nodded back at them anyway. You ended up saying hi to a lot of different people since most of the tourists that came and went every summer were the same ones. You were too anxious to say hi to most of the other residents that greeted you, but they all knew you well enough to expect that.
Ooh. Well, now we have to choose what she would choose. What would he choose?
That's a good question. I think the first one, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one seems kind of baby acerbo coded.
Yeah, very.
It was a polite thing to do after all, and your moms had taught you to always be respectful, but today there was a man sitting on a curb outside your house. He was sitting with his head in his hands, his whole body slumped over. You wondered if he was even a real person, or a statue that magically sprung up from the ground overnight.
Rude.
Whoever or whatever he was, you had never seen him before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Boulevard was that the people who you didn't recognize really, really stood out. It was rare for tourists to venture into the residential district, as your moms called it. So for you, not knowing who a total stranger was set off a lot of red flags. Your mom's had a talk with you and your big sister about this kind of situation before. So we got another choice. You hadn't exactly been listening at the time, you think it could be okay to talk to new people. They mentioned that some people aren't good to talk to, but other types can help you, even if you don't know them. You remember that it's okay to run away if you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to worry about being polite then.
Uh-huh. Either the second one or the last one, I'd say.
So you mentioned some people aren't good to talk to. Yeah, fuck being polite.
He's a little brat.
Yeah. You weren't sure about this man yet. Still, you felt like scared knowing that he was walking away to your front door. But you were pretty interested. You wanted to know more about what was going on. Whether he was nice and why you didn't want to be bothered.
Absolutely the third one.
Yeah. Slow down as you thought how you could get around this. There's a split second where your eyes met. That wasn't good. He was probably going to say something now that he had seen you standing around here. Hey, actually, do you want to do this man's?
Oh yeah, sure.
I think this is a very important character.
Rosal, ugh. Hey.
You were right, his deep voice called out to you, but you didn't say anything. Unfortunately, the man stood up and started making his way towards you. Noticing the two approachables, you folded your arms and stared. Yeah, we're fucking...
Let's do it. Let's go full brat mode.
Still unsure about it, but willing to be friendly, you offered a stranger a smile. Whole body was frozen in place as he approached.
So...
There he is.
Do you live around here? What's your name?
I will be thirsting over this man, I will warn.
That's
You looked the man
alright.
up and down, taking his tan skin and relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed, the way he was acting wasn't. He had sharks on his shorts and a stingray tattoo. You wonder if he was obsessed with the ocean or something.
Oh my god, me? Hi.
While you made your assessment, he looked at you expectantly, waiting for the answer to his question. Let's see. Yeah, I live here. I live right there. My name is Ace. You continue to say nothing.
Probably just like sitting here in stunned silence like, what?
Oh, pretty man.
I need to try and put on like an accent for this guy. Hold up. Oh my god, my instant like thought was to just go full Texan. I don't think I should be doing that. We'll just keep doing it until it comes naturally. It'll just, you know.
Yeah.
If you do...
Rubbed the back of his neck uncomfortably, giving you a small smile.
Money!
He reached into his pocket and pulled out a clean $20 bill. It crinkled in his hand as he held it up to you. Even more confused before you looked back at him.
Well...
Oh god, his voice like threw me off. I didn't know he actually talked in the game.
Oh yeah.
Well, could you do me a favor? Nothing bad, sorry, I should've... Okay, let me start over.
He's so cute. Cleared his throat and stood up straighter. From where you're standing, it just made him look creepier.
I have a son, his name is Cove, who is about your age.
Cove. That seems like a strange name for an actual living person to you. My name's Ace, I can't say anything.
Yeah, literally, I was about to say, you literally have a name that sounds like a video game character. Don't you dare.
You chewed on the inside of your cheek. This guy is definitely obsessed with leather. You thought that was pretty cool.
I think he would think it was cool.
Yeah.
Be like, fuck yeah, another weird name kid.
You never met anyone with that name.
We moved in across the street, see?
Gesture towards the house had been empty for a year, his watch catching the late afternoon sunlight and reflecting off the walls. The gigantic for sale sign was finally gone.
You must be... You must be Akraba, right? I met your moms earlier, and they told me you were 8 just like him, so...
He took the $20 bill to bring it to your attention, a hopeful smile tilting his lips at the corners.
Could you try to be friends with this boy? Can you imagine if your dad fucking paid somebody $20 to be your friend? Like, not even a fucking salary situation, just straight $20. Is that all he's worth to you?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I might be getting a little bit personally insulted by this one. I would pay somebody way more than $20 to be friends with you. Just in case you were wondering.
Would you pay an 8-year-old?
You don't want to be friends with an 8-year-old.
Yeah, but if I was an 8-year-old.
Oh, if you were like my kid?
Well, or
I would pay them at least $200 to be friends with you.
Oh my god.
Because, you know what? Let's be for real. They need incentive.
What is the 8-year-old gonna do with $200?
Candy and gum, bitch. What do you think? What's an 8-year-old gonna do with $20?
That's true.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop my tangent now with that one. Only $20? I mean,
Listen,
I'd do it, but anyways.
I know what I'm worth.
Just give it a chance and you can keep this. He's a good kid, you'll like him.
Do you mind?
But you've got to keep it a secret, too, okay? It wouldn't be super friendly to say his dad sent you.
You eyed the man. You kind of felt sorry for
That's
Cove.
my response,
Do
yeah!
other kids really get their parents to pay for friendships?
God, both the second one and the third one are real.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the felt sorry. So definitely wasn't the normal, like, kids made friends. You knew that.
What do you say? Want to make a deal?
I mean, listen. Money's money.
Personally, if I was in this situation, I'd straight out run, but that's a whole other animal. I would get scared. I'd be like, how bad is this kid? But also, maybe he's autistic. But if he was autistic, he should have led with that. That's all I'm saying.
Who are these boys?
Don't worry about it, we're just boys.
You know
It's
what?
just a-
I'm a straight hustler. We're taking this money.
Do it, fuck yeah. No balls. Be
Carefully
caref-
plucked.
Oh, go ahead.
Carefully plucked the bill from his outstretched hand, grinning at the thoughts of what you could do with that much cash.
You are 8 years old. See, I fucking told you!
All the sweets you could ever want. You could buy a ticket for the newest movie at the cinema. There's a cute stuffed animal you'd seen in town. Cost a few dollars to set up a library card. With this, you could pay for yourself instead of having your mom do it.
Oh, wait, I like that answer.
You know what?
I like
Yeah,
that answer a lot. That would be
that
an
does-
ace option.
That does feel fitting, yeah.
Baby Ace is like,
Listen.
I gotta read so many fucking books right now.
Listen, I gotta have I gotta, be able to rent some tomes so I can figure out how to do my rituals and shit.
True.
You enjoyed reading a lot of different books. You could get everyone you liked now. And that was just a start, you thought. The sky was the limit with that kind of amount. The man smiled at you, his eyes crinkling at the sides as he did.
I like this man.
Yeah, a need to kiss Cove's dad right on the lips.
He's such a cutie patootie. Great, that's great. I'll bring him by tomorrow. I wanted him to meet and greet with the neighbors today, but... Dot dot dot. Well, I don't know where he's gotten off to.
He laughed when he said that, both the same way his face looked like he thought he actually wanted to cry.
If you see him, can you tell him to come on home? He's got a pink cast and glasses. You can't miss him.
Can I keep this either way? Sure thing. I can try. Okay.
I would just hit him with a, okay, whatever, dog.
Alright. Definitely wasn't the most normal way kids made friends. You knew that, but you're still going to help.
Aw.
The man smiled and reached out to pat you on the head, paused before doing so, then pulled his hand away and said,
Your mom's already checking around for me. Such a thoughtful group you all are. Now I better go look too. Can't put everyone else to work while I keep sitting here. I thought he might come back, and that's not what's important. I have to go. Thanks again, Ace. So much.
jogged down the street without another word. Decided to check the hills behind your house. Step 1. First sight. The chirping of crickets in the tall grass greeted you, quiet and familiar. From the top of the hill, you could see the ocean. As you walked, you listened to the crash of waves on the shore, and seagulls squawking as they settled down for the night. You always loved the ocean. It was so much fun. You loved to hear stories about the sea, about merfolk and sea serpents you imagined living far beneath the waves. You didn't enjoy the beach all that much, especially the sand, which absolutely got everywhere.
I don't know if he would be the first, or the second, or the third one.
I think the second one, because I know those bitches are real. I've seen them.
Oh, you have?
I've seen them. They're real.
I believe you.
I've interacted with them.
Looking over
Sometimes.
at Gaz like, how long have you been a sea serpent?
Oh, you know.
Oh, you know.
Sometimes you could almost convince yourself that you'd seen the flash of a shiny mermaid's tail in the distance. You took in a deep breath. You wanted to try to relax, and couldn't. You weren't sure what, but something told you weren't alone, so you glanced around. There was a boy sitting at the top of the hill, almost completely hidden within the long grass and white flowers surrounding him. His head was buried in his knees, staring ahead by himself. For whatever reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention, he hadn't noticed you yet. You watched him a minute longer, feeling a little bit like you'd found a deer in the wild.
Aww.
Though, deer didn't have...
Green hair is a good one. I like that a lot.
Those huge glasses, pink ass, sad frowns. That's the last one is so sad.
Aww. I do like the first one the most. That's the thought that I would be having. He is kind of deer-coated, except for the hair and everything.
Yeah. He watched as it fluttered softly around his face in the breeze.
Aww.
After a few more seconds, you took a step forward, then another. Then he glanced your way. His aquamarine eyes reflected the light of the moon. You stopped, raising a hand to acknowledge him, and show you weren't scary.
I would just... I think he would just, like, ask if he was lost. Be like,
Yeah,
I think you're the person, so I gotta, like, lead into it somehow.
With a start, he jumped to his feet, his hands balling into fists at his sides. He didn't say anything, just stared at you in a strange way.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
He's so little.
he's so tiny.
He's so little. He's a baby.
He'd been crying. There were traces of tears on his cheeks and knees, soaking the hem of his shorts. His eyes were still shining with a few more. You
Poor
obviously
dude.
caught him off guard. His pink glass seemed to glow in the twilight. Though, when he caught you staring at it, he hid his arm behind his back. Something the man earlier had said stuck out to you. Toph?
Ah.
See? Okay. Eyes wide, he studied you.
How'd you know that?
You touched the money in your pocket, feeling it crinkle beneath your fingertips.
Not a fucking sliver of guilt. Not even one.
Like, fuck yeah, man, I'm gonna get so many books. This shit's gonna be rad.
It's so fucking silly. I love it.
Yeah.
What would he say?
It's like, sorry, I got a really confusing message from someone.
What the fuck? Everything
Yeah,
alright?
Yeah, everything's fine. It's just funny.
Fair enough.
So, I just had a who am I, what planet am I on type of nap.
Oh, I love those naps though. Those are the best
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, feel free to get on to me because now I'm drawing Kova Deer Sona.
Hell yeah.
So if I don't catch a line, let me know.
See, you know what? Lucky guess.
No way. Tell the truth.
Okay, your dad told me who you were.
Oh. So is this your hill?
He gestured with an uninjured arm to the patch of grass surrounding you, his face falling at the prospect.
I can leave if it is. Yup. That's such a jerky answer. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yep, my hill.
Can't-
Get out now.
Can't own a hill. You shook your head. I'm woke. You can't own land.
Do
Cove.
it. Why not?
How could you?
You just do. I had a hill back home.
Well, this still isn't mine.
Oh.
He sat back down with a thump, resting his chin on his knees again. Curious about the strange way the new boy with the odd dad. Wow, I fucked that up. Curious about the strange boy with the odd dad, you sat on the patch of grass next to him. The pure white flowers that covered this hill rocked back and forth gently as the stars twinkled above. The way they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers too. The night wind was cool as it traveled over the ocean and up the hill, chasing away the heat from the afternoon sun. Are you here? Why'd your family move? I think the first one. A quiet hiccup escaped Cove as soon as you asked the question, almost like they'd never stopped. His tears started up again with a vengeance.
Oh, my parents.
Rookie.
My parents. They didn't want to live together with me anymore. Oh.
The tears fell fast and heavy over his flushed cheeks, sticking in his dark lashes.
My mom made my dad leave and he took me with him and now we have a house here and I just want to go home.
The outburst took you off guard. By the time he was done wailing, Cove's chest was heaving with exhaustion. He sniffled and removed his glasses, wiping at his eyes with the back of his hand before he put them on again.
I hate this place. I want my real life back. I want my mom.
See, I'm sorry, ... Your
The
dad seems kind of nice. Stop crying.
stop crying is crazy.
Fucking bitch, stop crying. Fucking who gives a shit. You got a divorce? I don't care. I mean, your dad gave me money.
Yeah, like, I'd lie and say that his dad seems nice. He seems a little creepy to me, but I'm sure he'll get better with time. You know, it's alright.
He slipped his hands underneath his glasses and pressed his fingers against his eyelids. Cove wound himself up again for another long crying fit. It must be hard for Cove, living here without his mom. But at least he had a parent who cared about him. I don't like crying, make him stop! But from way off in the distance, you heard your parents. Ace!
Oh, I was gonna say, do you want to be the mom?
Sure, I could be the mom.
Cove!
Kids? Where'd you go?
Oh.
Cove looked at you, tears still clinging to his cheeks.
Don't tell him we're here. I don't want to go back to that house. I want to go home.
Handle it, you have to go. Don't worry so much. Sorry I have to. It will be okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not a snitch, but, you know, it'll be okay, man.
Don't sweat it, buddy. Don't sweat it. It's all good.
Don't sweat it.
You're a fucking crybaby.
You're struck by a sudden need to reassure Cove. It's not like it's not gonna be all fun, but isn't he your family too?
Yeah, I guess.
Then you can count on him when you really, really need him. You shot him a grin, pushed yourself to your feet. Slowly, Cove stood up with you, still looking a little reluctant. His dad's voice rang out again.
Cove, can you hear me?
He looked toward the sound of his dad's voice, silent, then turned away while rubbing his not-bandaged arm.
Oh. Sorry, I still don't want to go.
Called out yourself. You waited silently with him. You tried to convince him.
I think Ace would get it and just kind of hang out until everybody eventually shows up. Not a snitch, but caring about somebody enough to do what's best for them.
Exactly. Yeah, I get it.
You do?
Before you could answer, you heard Cove's dad, even closer than before.
There you are, bud.
The trio of parents appeared over the curve of the hill. Instantly, all their eyes landed on you and they rushed over. Both of your parents were at your side in a split second, faces filled with worry.
Hey, can I say it?
What?
The one on the left, holy fucking shit, dude. Why did they make your mom so hot?
Yeah. I would,
Without question. In the middle, yes, absolutely. On top, on bottom, behind, anyways.
It's so true. Sip of water.
I'm the most normal man alive.
Wait, both the moms are hot.
Yeah,
That's what I said! Alright.
I'm gonna hurt my voice if I keep doing this. I've gotta stop screaming.
Ace,
But,
you're here after all. We had been at the park to check for Cove, and then we heard what happened earlier when you met the new neighbor. Thought you might have gone off further away. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do
Like-
2 different voices for them.
Nah, we're just sitting in the grass.
Why is everybody acting like it's such a big thing? We're okay. Yeah, let's go with.
Nah, we're just sitting here. Thank God you're both fine.
Were you two having fun out here? You looked at Cove, who was wiggling against his dad's tight hug and pushing at his arms.
The last one's
Yes.
crazy.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm experiencing the horrors.
About what?
Oh, no.
There's just beautiful women. What are you so scared of?
What do we go with?
I would just hit him with the shrug, like, alright. That just feels like what Ace would be doing at this point. Just like
Yeah,
looking at
true.
him like, alright.
He's new here. It was okay. Finally letting go of his squirming, scowling son,
Oh my
Cove's dad turned to
god.
the 3 of you.
Malice in his eyes.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for finding him. I really don't know this neighborhood. Good thing Ace knows this whole area so well. Absolutely. We should be getting home now. It's been a long day for us all. Say goodbye, Cove. Bye.
2 of them walked off into the darkness, heading towards the neighborhood. You watched Cove's bright pink cast until it disappeared. Tell you what, we'll have a proper playdate tomorrow, okay? Your new friend's dad wanted to bring him over to see you and Lizzie.
How does that sound?
Sure, I can so if it sounds like words. What does that mean?
The fuck? That's so rude. Why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? You feel
I
like, yeah, I
wanna
want to
show
show my
fucking-
toys. I want to show my tomes.
I want to show him my tomes.
Yeah, you're 8 years old. How do you not know words?
You don't know words?
Of course.
Then okay. Both your moms laugh.
Hee hee. Ha.
The sound of
Sorry.
the sounds of laughing into warm, familiar chorus. Mommy put her arm around your shoulder and led you towards the path. The word "mommy" coming out of my mouth felt weird.
Take another sip of water, you'll be fine. Satisfied and more than a little ready to go to bed after your long, exciting day, you followed them home.
Gonna choose my feelings for Cove.
He's alright. I don't dislike him.
Let's see. Comfort. Are we direct, relaxed, or nervous?
Probably like... I mean, the way we handled it, we're pretty much just like, whatever. Just relaxed about it. Like, this is just a guy. I know this dude. I've seen him once.
Alright. Let's see. Fond, crushed.
I mean, it's up to you.
I think he's alright so far, so you can
Yeah,
maybe
he's
go
like,
with fond.
he's not a bad dude. He's just a guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Got an
nice.
achievement. Wow. I think it's because I probably played with Crush last time.
Cute.
At the breakfast table the next morning, you finished your food faster than usual. Your sister Lizzie had run out earlier to go play, but you stayed put. Today, just like your moms had promised, Cove was coming over to hang out. Excited to see your new friend, Ace? Yeah, I am.
How sweet.
How sweet. I'm so happy he moved in.
Okay.
With that said, are you done with your breakfast?
Ha, I don't know, am I?
That's such a gas.
That is something I could hear Gaz saying. The haha was supposed to sound like Gaz's haha. I think I nailed it.
Why are you always calling me that? Sorry, the horrors.
Are you alright, kiddo? Like, are you good?
Who am I on? Am I on type of map? What?
What?
Guys, what does that mean?
What is she saying?
She DM'd me, who am I on?
If you're talking about out of the stop it with the fucking skull. Oh my god, I'm gonna punch you. Huh?
What do you mean?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Who am I on type of map?
Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food?
Eat
Out
the
hot,
food.
eat the food.
No?
No, smiles.
I could...
Oh my god.
I'm putting you on blast. I'm putting you on fucking blast right now. I'm putting you on blast.
Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food? Out hot, eat the food. Did you know that when you chips on salsa chips have a new taste? This is because salsa chips when salsa chips taste salsa. And it is very yummy because chips
it won't let
salsa
me
chips.
show. Fuck. God damn it. It's a white screen.
Did you
Whatever.
know? When ketchup fries ketchup,
No, you did.
ketchup fries you taste? This is because
I don't know, am I?
yeah, just with the I don't know, where am I?
Gesture down to the empty dish in front of you, raising your eyebrows dramatically.
Okay.
Alright, we see.
Good job. He should be here soon. Cleanup began, and then on cue, there was a knock.
Yay!
It was hesitant, like the person wasn't sure they were in the right place. Still loud, though.
We need to get a more obvious doorbell.
I know. Ace, could you get it? Wiggling out of your chair, without really pushing it back, you made your way to the door.
Hey, family!
Hey,
Thanks for having us. We have got. I'm just gonna start calling them the fucking Joneses, dude. I don't know what to say here. I should not have gone with that idea that I had.
The Urbas.
The Yerba.
The Urba.
Yeah, fucking. Oh my god. Mr. Holden, as your moms have called him, and his son were here. Cove looked different in the bright lighting of your living room, and when he wasn't crying. With his dad standing in front of him and mommy behind you, you and Cove looked at each other. Pleased to see your new friend again, you smiled at Cove. He smiled back with some hesitation.
Just the thread bracelet on your wrist. You twisted the crystal bead and bracelet. Oh, you have a bunch of different bracelets, okay.
Ooh, shells.
Yeah, let's go with the shells. Let's go play in my room.
Oh, okay.
Take care.
Let us know if you need anything, you two.
Have fun, kids!
See you later, son. Play nice.
Led him to your room, puffing out your chest a little bit at the side of your treasures.
Ooh, she's trinket maxing.
There were a lot of stuffed animals, a cool bed, and a window to look out. It was a great room. You hadn't had anyone to show it to in a while, but you were really proud of it.
Aw.
He leaned in a little closer to one of your drawings on the wall.
I like this. The Me Too is crazy.
You know what? We're polite. We'll hit him with a thank you.
You're welcome.
Just because I'm a demon doesn't mean I don't have manners.
Real.
You smiled at him. You were proud of that particular piece of art, and you were glad he noticed it. He turned to look around the room a little more, studying the books on your desk and the pictures on the walls. Started to feel a bit nervous. You felt the atmosphere was kind of awkward. You were glad for the company. You hoped you liked your room. I think we're relaxed, so we're not too insecure about it.
Yeah.
We're not too awkward because we know we're chilling. So we're glad for the company. It was nice to have someone new to play with. Then his eyes landed on a tiny box of beach things you'd collected, tucked away by your door. He took a step towards it before hesitating and pointing at it instead.
What's that?
A heart of stuff I found on the beach.
Oh.
Do you have any driftwood in there?
Dragging the box into the middle of the room, you and Cove flopped down next to it. I think so. Yeah, see? Gesture to the piece at the bottom, mint ice cream feeling. So
Yeah,
covered
real.
with specks of sand.
Neat.
Neat, this is a good collection.
Got a sense from the tone of his voice that he wasn't actually just saying it to be nice, or to be like Shiloh. He actually meant it. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Shiloh's gonna be here today.
Shiloh?
Lizzie's friend, or like her #1 fan, I guess.
Do I have to see him?
It should be okay. I mean, he's Lizzie's friend. No. Come on, check out my shell some more. I found this one under a big piece of seaweed that washed ashore, and you pulled out the seashell. You pulled out
Seashells by the seashore.
Fuck! You pulled out seashell after seashell.
Yay, you did it!
Explaining where you'd gotten each one, holding them up against the light. I'm fucking dying. There were big ones, small ones, pink, purple, and orange. Most of them you washed off the bathroom sink when you brought them home, cleaning off the sand. For the past few years, you'd even learned some of their scientific names. Oh, that one feels very...
That one's
Mr. Bug.
very Agrippa coded.
Yeah, that one's...
That one's gotta
That's-
be it.
Yeah, I had a whole picture book dedicated to different shells and sea life. You learn a lot by flipping through its pages. Apparently fascinated either by the stories or by the shells themselves. Cove listened with what looked like full force of his attention.
Aww.
Whisk got your tongue, shut the
You wish somebody got your tongue.
What?
You know exactly what I mean.
Mm.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
It was a new experience to be the center of such dedicated focus.
Dude, my Autobot hates Lexi for some reason.
It just keeps calling her names. What
No,
do you
it
have
keeps
your
like-
Automod set to, darling?
It just keeps stopping her from sending messages. Because, she keeps being gay. That's true.
Just turn your Automod down.
Yeah.
It's usually started at medium, but if you turn it down to moderate or like the very minimum, or like somebody just has to have a verified account to chat. The most oppressed so lesbo gets through, but gay doesn't.
No, it didn't get through. I had to permit that one as
Oh
well.
my fucking god. Yeah, no, they just hate her.
Yeah.
But Cove hadn't been mean to you, so you didn't mind. You smiled at him every now and then while showing him your collection. Kids, come down to the living room.
I could tell the idea was making him unhappy, but Mom wasn't giving him much of a chance to hang around. Cove hadn't been like this meeting you. You guess it was because he thinks you found each other by accident, not that a parent made it happen. Mr. Holden must have been right telling Cove his dad was a part of... Wow. Mr. Holden must have been right that telling Cove his dad was a part of that would be a bad idea. Before you knew it, you'd both been escorted downstairs and deposited in the living room, ready for Shiloh's visit. The two of you sat side by side on the floor on your home's entryway. 1 second, I need to sneeze.
Achua.
Oh fuck, I forgot that wouldn't be muted on your stream.
Achua.
I just sneezed full force into the mic. Oh well.
Achua.
What's you,
I was waiting for you to respond to it. Sorry, I had to. I brought the box of shells. I want to keep looking at them.
Oh. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm all right. Bust it open. We can keep looking while we wait for Shiloh.
Cove reached in and pulled out a big orange shell. Oh. Like he hadn't spoken aloud yet, he turned to you and held it up, his eyes shining. Wait, that's a me mannerism, hold up.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think this one is the best of them. Oh, you can just give it to him? That's so cute!
Oh, Give it to him. I just feel like, you know, kind of like he didn't really ask for it, he was just saying it was cool, but you know, whatever.
Cove looked at you in surprise, his eyes going wide. Really?
Sure, you like it a lot, right?
Uh-huh, but I don't want to take it from you, it's okay.
You get the impression that he was hesitant to accept something because he didn't know you very well. Take it! No, it's okay for you. Push the shell against Cove's chest, willing to receive the present. But Cove firmly shook his head and kept arms tightly at his side. It was a battle you could win. At least not today. Cove was your neighbor now. Maybe you could give it to him another time.
Aww.
The two of you were still sitting on the floor, looking through your collection of beach findings when the doorbell finally rang. Cove jumped, startled by the sound. Since the person hadn't knocked, you figured it was probably Shiloh. He knew where to look for that.
The deer descriptor was really good, by the way. Lizzie's friend?
You nodded, but that didn't seem to make Cove feel better. It was already obvious that Cove didn't hide his feelings well. You could tell what he was thinking right away.
This isn't a good idea.
He'll be alright. He's here. We can't tell him to leave. He's at our only door, and if you go upstairs, you'll find you. Check your DMs when you get a moment.
Oh god.
That's cool. 1 second, let me fix this. Gaz fixed the black box that's on my Pocky.
Oh, thank you for doing that, finally. I kept forgetting to. I really appreciate you for fixing it. Would you DM me the files as well so I can have them on hand for, this thing? Thank you! You're so awesome! You're so awesome! You're so awesome! You're so awesome! I need to change the frequency that Ko-Fi bot does my Ko-Fi announcements. Wouldn't take long to do, but...
Yippee! No more black box.
Yeah!
Oh!
Wahoo!
You can go up. Your line read, by the way.
Oh shit, my bad. I can go out the window.
He was already walking towards it. Scrambling to think of something to say, you step forward, then pause. Do you want to break your other line?
Wow!
Shiloh's the least scary person alive. Cheer up, Shiloh's gonna let you. Please don't get hurt. I'll come with you. Good idea, let's go.
That would be something that I could imagine happening.
Yeah.
I feel like if somebody really didn't want to meet somebody, you would just dive out the window with them, no questions asked.
Hurry, they'll see where we're going.
He glanced back at you and then nodded. The two of you made your way towards the window together. It wasn't much of a distance to clamber out, but by the time you landed gently in the bushes, you looked to see that Cove was already taking off away from the house.
He was fast, but you knew you could outrun him if you had to. He was not that fast, and you knew you... He was not that fast, you knew you could outrun him if you had to. He was not that fast, but neither were you. At the speed, you weren't sure if you could go fast enough to reach him. You know what? Fucking... I'm speeding up to this bitch.
Yeah!
Cove!
You ran as fast as your legs would take you, grass whipping around your ankles as you did so. Cautiously, Cove slowed to a halt and then looked back at you.
Where are you going?
I don't know, somewhere else. I just don't want to see... Who's gonna do that one? You or me? It's up to you.
I could do it. Ace! You look back and saw Shiloh huffing down the hill after you, the backpack he clutched bouncing all around the way. What are you doing? Can I come? He must have seen you leaving the window and followed behind.
Hi.
Oh, hi, are you Cove?
Oh my god, baby! Yeah.
I'm Shiloh.
Okay.
Yep. Are we going back, or are we gonna play outside? Shiloh's eyes moved between you and Cove. The smile remained strong on his face. It got a tiny frown from Cove in response. You were just grateful he hadn't asked why you'd been running away.
You are... I'm noticing more and more, as I learn you better. I think you just really, 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 really like autistic people. Like, so fucking much. You love autistic people. I think that is your type. Like, at the end of the day, you like a bitch that fixates on shit and doesn't know how to properly show their emotions. On blast.
I can't deny these allegations. I've dated so many autistic people.
You love people with mental disorders, so that's okay. That's fine. You're the living embodiment of that TikTok video that's like, can I say it? I don't know if it's weird, but I like that autistic man. I need that autistic man. Just catching you in stunned silence.
Yeah, I was also looking at a DM too, but no, you're right.
Inside, we left the box on the floor.
Right, my shells and stuff. I have to make sure they're okay. Okay.
With Shiloh trailing behind you, you and Cove headed back towards the house. The plan for the afternoon, at least as far as you were concerned, was to sit and look at the beach things some more. You weren't really in the mood to do much of anything else, especially if Cove was having fun.
Hey, check out the scallop shell I found. Cool, right?
It's a pretty color, kind of like my cast. The beautiful glittering pink did look a little bit like the wrap around his arm.
I think it's a nice color.
Okay.
Such a bitch. Is it your favorite?
Not really.
What is?
Maybe green. Or blue. Might be yellow.
Oh, those are all cool.
I guess.
There are better colors, Cove, you fucking idiot.
Damn.
You know, yeah, those are alright. I like colors.
Colors? I like shapes and colors. Those are good. If your circle ain't sitting around discussing seashells and what your favorite colors are, you need a different circle.
Real as fuck. Both of them smiled. Like usual, it didn't take long for Shiloh to get fidgety. Lizzie was his favorite, and without her, Shiloh didn't seem to know what to do with himself. And Cove wasn't like your sister. He wasn't much like you either. Is Lizzie coming back?
Dunno. Aw, baby.
Where'd she go? I think she's at the beach, probably. Is she playing out of her park?
Cove's eyes lit up at the mention of the park, and he looked just right towards you. There's a park?
Yeah, but it's old.
Can you show me? I want to go. He started getting up before you had even answered, and Shiloh jumped up beside him in excitement.
Really? You do? Right, Ace? The park is fun.
Aww.
Just... No.
No.
The park's pretty great. I like the park.
Park fun, yay.
Yeah, it's right at the beach, so there's lots of fun stuff to do, and lots of sand.
I like sand.
Don't.
Hotel Marino.
No.
Hotel Mariano.
It has a jungle gym and a bunch of swings.
Sounds like it could be cool.
So, are we gonna find Lizzie?
I don't know. I never really wanted to see her. I just wanted to check the park out.
Adrift without any direction, Shiloh finally turned to you.
The face he's making right now is insane. He's like, I don't know why this kid is so fucking mean to me. Help!
Okay. He perked up. Both boys wanted to go. It was only fair. After getting permission from your moms, the three of you were ready to head out. It was a short walk to the park. Lizzie had convinced your mom that it was so short she should always be allowed to walk there by herself. When you found her, she was hanging out on the jungle gym, swinging back and forth. Hey, Lizzie. Her face lit up when she saw you, her big brown eyes going wide.
Ace!
Do Lizzie
Shiloh! I got you, girl.
Yeah. Hey! She dropped to the ground and landed with a soft thud in the sand. In a split second, Shiloh had abandoned you two and scrambled over to stand by her. You were used to being left out when it was just the three of you, but now Cove was here. You wondered if he would leave too.
Who's that?
It's Cove, he's new.
I remember. Hi, Cove. Welcome to my park. Nobody ever comes to play here, so this is where we get together. She gestured widely with her arms, as if to present the area to the newcomer. Without interrupting Lizzie's speech, Cove whispered in your ear, quiet enough that the others wouldn't overhear. I thought kids couldn't own places like parks or hills. You couldn't help but laugh, just a tiny bit. While Lizzie continued talking, you took the chance to kick off your shoes and wiggle your toes in the warm sand. Feet mentioned, anyways. Nice, huh? In this neighborhood, I'm the one who comes up with the ideas. You are? Yeah, I am. Who else could handle the job?
Lizzie is the oldest.
By a lot. My mom said you're Ace's age.
Yeah.
Yeah? I thought so. I'm still the only one in this group with double digits. Oh my god.
The classic, well, I'm 11. You're just a 10-year-old.
Yeah, literally.
Shit.
Oh my god.
So funny.
So cute. These are just, I want you to know, I'm looking at these characters and going, this is pudding, I'm gonna eat it. They're very edible characters. They're very squishy.
Yeah, they are very much designed like food.
Yeah, exactly. I think on the far side, we've kind of got like a slushy situation going on in a little Sonic cup. In the middle,
true.
that bitch looks like tiramisu. Hello?
Yeah.
With like a little bit of cinnamon on top. And Cove just, again, mint chocolate ice cream. Easy peasy. They're just snacks. There aren't any. We're the only kids here, and Shiloh is just visiting from another place. Not even tourists really bring their kids here. This is the land of ancients. Be careful that the oldies don't try to steal your youth.
Oh.
Oh.
For a second, it looked like he might cry again. But something in his eyes shifted, and he looked back at Lizzie.
Oh, gelato is a good take for Lizzie. I see what you're saying. I think you're right, actually. She kind of has, like, snow cone energy. What kind of old people? Like, moms and dads or grandparents? Grandparents who don't have kids. They hate kids. Why? We haven't done anything?
Only some of them don't like it. Stop saying stuff like that. You're gonna upset them. Yeah, they're really
They're
bad.
really bad. That's so mean. Ah!
I'm sorry.
We're locking in on the mean bitch route. No, I'm good. This is good.
You went along with her, wiggling your fingers menacingly at Cove. He sniffled. His forehead creasing with worry.
I
Lizzie
need to
was
see him
staring
cry
Cove
again,
down,
I'm sorry.
but Cove wasn't even looking anymore. He didn't seem to care that she was there. He went to his own head.
Oh.
That was the next one to see, completely unaware of the situation. I met Lizzie and Ace in school. You'll see tons of kids there once summer's over.
I don't want to go to a new school.
Hi,
I don't
Kelly.
want summer to end.
I looked down at the dirt. He hadn't much luck striking up conversations with Cove. I like summer vacation a lot too. All the building tension in the air suddenly vanished when Lizzie laughed. At Shiloh's discomfort at how weird she thought Cove was at something else entirely. You didn't really know, but she laughed, her face scrunching up.
Welcome to Sunset Bird Cove. Take a seat, put up your feet, and get used to it. Ugh.
You offered him a small smile, and that at least looked to reassure him some.
Aw, little baby mates. I'm
For the
sad
rest
he
of
didn't
summer,
start
Cove was
crying.
always there. You saw him more often than Shiloh, and on some days when she was in a bad mood or busy, you even saw him more than Lizzie. He became a staple of your everyday life, the way sun and lunch and the beach were.
Aw.
During your first summer together, you really liked Cove. He was a fun person to play with, and he seemed to like playing with you too. I straight up didn't see the to it and get used to it, and I was like... Of course, that was only the start of things. Alright. And
Oh, we
so
did it.
basically the way this works is that we have all of these little like stories to do, and this is what makes up the bulk of the game. So each step has their own like thing.
Do we have all the DLC?
Yeah, I have all the DLC.
Yippee! Oh yeah, I was gonna say I really want to do the ghost one first.
Alright, let's do the ghost one first.
Me and Gaz are on the same fucking wavelength right now.
Oh yeah, so like there's an adulthood section, right?
Right.
And for Patreons of the for that section, you get a porn game version
Oh.
of this where you fuck Cove. Yeah.
Yeah, no, me and Gaz are on the same wavelength again. Our single brain cells are going, humana, woof. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like not part of
Sex?
the main game, and you can only obtain it through the Patreon. But yeah, you get to have your first time with Cove.
Sex.
The night was incredibly still. You really couldn't ignore how silent it was. It was almost eerie. You could even hear Lizzie snoring in the next room over. Also, his pubes are green. It was hard to believe how much of a blur today was.
I'm sorry, the breaking of the silence with no acknowledgement. I'm just sitting here, like, wrapping my mind around it. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
That ass.
Sorting mints.
Dead ass,
It's
that's what
a-
I'm saying. Does he smell like spearmint?
He probably does.
Alright, continue.
Alright. It was hard to believe how much of a blur today was. Summer sure did slip right past you. You flicked through moments like pages in a scrapbook as you laid in bed. The ones that stuck out all seemed to include your new neighbor, Cove. It was funny how he had become such a big part of your life in such a short span of time. You thought a lot about what adventures you could have tomorrow until sleep started to catch up to you. Then you heard something scrape against the window.
Oh, is it a boy?
It wasn't that uncommon for wind to push a tree branch against the glass. Summer breezes were the worst sometimes. But the more you tried to ignore it, the louder it seemed like it became. It was like something was trying to get your attention. You lifted your head off the pillow to get a better look. Nothing was there. Nothing you could see, at least. Went back to bed. It was only your imagination. You had to investigate the mysterious sound. Too creepy. Yeah, no, I'm fucking...
Yeah, I'd be going
ghosts.
over there like, what's up? You practically jumped out of bed and crept down the stairs to go outside. Your moms were still awake. They stayed up late, so it seemed. Luckily, they were watching TV and didn't hear the soft click of the front door opening as you slipped past. You looked around the neighborhood for a few seconds, checking over each individual house. It looked normal, but it didn't feel that way. You knew you weren't supposed to be out here right now.
It was exhilarating. It made you regret your decision. It scared you. It was exhilarating. Oh, well, shit, why not?
Little freak. Your chest was light, and you couldn't keep the grin from your face. No one had permitted you to go out. In fact, no one even knew you were out, and yet here you were. You wondered what else you could do. What other rules were so ingrained that you had never even considered that they could be broken?
Ace.
Hayes? You twitched at the sudden call, immediately calming down upon seeing Cove walking up to you. It was strange and yet also completely normal to have him appear like this right now.
My Illiterate are so X right now? What?
She's exhilarated.
Oh, okay.
You know. What are you
Yeah.
doing? I saw you standing around in the middle of the street from my windows.
You weren't sleeping either. Why not?
Cove turned up his lips to smile, almost as if he were amused by the question. Because...
Did you hear a weird noise? You should be in bed. Because what? I'm glad you're here. See, did you hear a weird noise? Tell you hit the nail on the head, by the way, his eyes widened.
Yeah? You knew?
I heard it too.
That's why you came out, huh?
Cove hesitated for a moment, looking down at the street before his aquamarine eyes fell on you again.
Did it scare you?
Let's see. Ah!
I mean, you did, like, jump right the fuck out of bed. But is she gonna try and play it cool?
You know what, let's see a little, you know, not a ton.
Me too. I feel better now that you're here.
Me too.
The two
Dude,
of
you
you...
did-
Oh,
Go for it.
we should probably, like, hot potato this, like, do every other chunk.
Yeah, sounds good.
The two of you delicately smiled at that. Cove even chuckled a bit. It was nice that you both felt the same way about things. I was kind of wondering if that was the wind, but what if it's not? What if it's a person? Ooh, what if it's something that's not a person?
It's a demon.
Dun dun dun. It's your turn.
Oh, the unsettling... the unsettling noise suddenly rushed through the air. Cove and you flinched.
It sounds even worse than before. You were about to agree with him when the noise came yet again, tearing through the still night.
The two of you rapid...
Fuck!
Okay, here's how we'll handle this. Scenes. We'll do, like, entire scenes.
Yeah, okay,
So, like,
okay.
when we transition to a different background.
So I'll finish this one then, and then you can
Yeah,
do the
so-
next one. Okay. Right. Don't you mega lol me! Punching her through the window. Cutely. In parentheses. The two of you rapidly looked around, trying to find the source, but to no avail. There was no sign of an answer to this puzzle. You thought that... ...
Be
It
anything.
could be anything!
It had to be a fucking ghost, man. What other thing can it be? It's a ghost.
Yeah, but Agrippa reads tomes.
Yeah, it's a fucking ghost.
Exactly, she would know. Your turn. Oh wait, is it my turn still?
Scenes. Yeah, whole scene.
Okay,
So,
I'm
like,
stupid.
When the background changes.
Invisible creepy thing luring children from their beds, question mark? It had to be a monster. You were torn between the curiosity of discovering what the noise really was, and being scared enough to want to run straight home and hide under the bed covers. When you and Cove locked eyes, it was like speaking without words. Your mutual anxiety hadn't gone away entirely.
Hey, can you tell me where it's coming from?
Not really.
Then we'll have to look more, somewhere else. Maybe we'll see something.
Okay, let's go. You clustered together as you walked the familiar streets of your neighborhood, drawing strength from each other's presence. Shadows cut corners and angles where you didn't expect them, distorting the features you saw every day. The noise came again, shrill and hard. It set your teeth on edge the way it ground its way through you. Cove's throat bobbed. His eyes glistened in the dim light.
Sorry, when you said Cove's throat bobbed and then smacked your plate or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's my desk. His throat did what? Metal pipe sound. Wait, hold up. Give me 2 seconds here.
I think it's great because I probably won't hear it.
Hold up. Cove's throat bobbed.
Okay, never mind. I did hear that. I heard that very loud.
I did it through Discord.
Okay. Stay frozen in your spot. It's your best to calm yourself. Comforted him. You offered him your hand. You focused ahead. You know what?
Do it.
Steel yourself, Cove. We focus ahead.
Become stronger. Go in for the kill! Yes!
Something was there. You couldn't let yourself get distracted. You had to be ready. Cove shut his eyes and pressed his lips together.
So,
Where did you want to check?
The hills behind my house.
Yeah, the hills!
The houch. You and Cove ascended the hill, lit only by the stars in the night sky. The wind rippled through the grass and ruffled your hair. Thought the sun's light to translate what you were seeing. Every bush in the distance looked like a creepy figure or a towering monster. The noise was just as loud here as it was in your neighborhood, with a little indication behind the cause. But you kept going forward, but you ran away. We're pushing on.
Yeah!
You couldn't stop when you had already gone so far. You had to find out what was going on. The top of the hill was an excellent vantage point to survey the town from. Everything appeared normal. There was no out-of-place sight pinpointing the answer to this mystery. Without visible markers to guide your way, you supposed it was up to you and Cove to deduce the sound or the source of the sound. The hill had many great hiding places, and you intended to check them all. You upturned rocks, peered up trees, and rummaged in the thick grass for anything that might bring some closure on all this. You stuck close to Cove as you hunted for the source of the noise. When the shrieking noise shook the air, seeing him beside you calmed your racing heart.
You don't know that. You ever seen that? Oh, the joke I was about to make was bad. Never mind. No, don't, no, no.
Oh, no. What was the joke you were gonna make?
Something Logan Paul.
Oh my god.
Please put me down. Please put me down. Please put me down. Please put me down.
Fuck.
Listen, I'm a child of my time, alright?
2-2 though.
The two, though. True.
True though.
True.
Seeing to ease your nerves and put aside thoughts of what might be out in the dark, spooky night, you decided to strike up a conversation. You searched for a topic that was more fruitful than your search for the noise. Your eyes fell on Cove's cast and you were instantly inspired. Have you, broken any other bones?
no.
No.
Oh. Turned out much of an engaging topic for him after all. Let's see. Have I broken any bones? I mean, in real life, I actually have not broken any bones. Would you like to? So,
Rio. Lucky.
That put an end to your injury discussion, but Cove's calmer mood alleviated the bleak atmosphere than you, like you hoped it would. Cove cast his eye out into the darkness, feeling bolder.
Does this make you feel strange? We were people who heard weird noises at night and are out looking for what it is.
I broke my collarbone. It's the only one I've ever broke. Ow.
I've never broken a bone, surprisingly. You'd think with how accident-prone I am, I would have done it at least once, but nope.
Same. It's like we're at the start of a book or movie and we're the main characters.
Yeah.
Do you like one broken? I mean, I trust you to break one of my bones.
If one of my bones broke, I'd want it to be one of my legs, because if one of my arms broke, I'd be pissed.
Okay, you know what? You have two, why not?
Yeah, let's go for 2. Okay, heart. Oh god, don't tell him it's a horror story!
It's an action story. It's a fantasy story.
Oh, it's a
It's a
documentary,
documentary.
it sounds like about
I'm thinking
right.
between documentary or fantasy story, because, you know,
I think Ace is a
I am-
nerd.
Ace is a nerd, but Ace is also a demon.
True. Well, then it's a documentary full through.
Okay. Can grab one of Serva's legs and
Pull
pull
them
them
apart
apart
like
like
a
a wishbone?
Pog? Can I watch? Still hurts
Here, let's
less than a
study
period.
The Adventures
Sorry.
of Kids. What'd you say?
Don't worry about it. Continue.
Journalists study the noise. Oh, journalists study the adventures of kids as they search for the heart of the noise.
Did they find it?
You'll have to keep watching to find out after the breaks.
This program is brought to you by...
He trailed off.
We need someone to make the show.
How about your dad? Mr. Holden was always happy to bring his hand to his wallet where his son was concerned.
No.
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 Even if Cove didn't always seem to appreciate the gesture. Well, whatever the noise was, you were confident that you had established that it was not coming from the hill. Once you were satisfied nothing was out of the ordinary to be found on the hill, you had to consider your next step.
We should check the beach.
Let's check the beach.
Da beachy.
Alright, it's your turn.
The beach stretched out in front of you, nothing in sight along its sands, no matter which way you turned. Part of you had imagined the noise of some creature of the deep washed up on the shore calling for aid. That theory had to be taken off the list for now. Still, you'd spent enough time on the shore to know that the real finds often required a sharp eye and careful attention. The sound was no more than a whimper now. Emboldened, you kept your head high and walked along the sand. Let's see if there's anything here. Cove began to comb the beach for clues, and you followed suit. The angry wind sent grains of sand rolling across the beach like waves. You stayed clear of the water, which was rough and choppy tonight, scoured the area for hints as to what might be happening. You saw something glint in the sand, full of promise, but when you eagerly uncovered it, you found it was just foil from a chip packet. You stowed it away with a sigh. Did you find something?
Just trash.
Cove shrugged and gave you a sympathetic smile. That's how it goes sometimes.
You like hunting for treasures on the beach too, right?
Yeah?
Have you ever found anything mysterious or weird?
You were expecting him to mull the question over for a bit, but Cove answered immediately. Teeth.
Like a shark's tooth?
You'd seen those for sale in shops, though you'd never been lucky enough to stumble across one at the beach. No, not that. People teeth.
Yo.
What the fuck?
No!
Yeah. You know how grown-ups sometimes don't have their own teeth any longer? And they get fake ones so they can still eat? You nodded, listening in fascinated horror. I found some. The top half.
How'd you know it was the top half?
It had the pink top of the mouth bit, like this. Ah! He opened wide and pointed at the roof of his mouth. You let out a squeal.
What did you do with them?
Mom took them from me. Don't know what happened after that.
That was... Too bad, think of all the prank opportunities. The right thing to do, gross. Way stranger than the stuff I've seen. Still not as strange as the stuff I've found, you know.
Yeah, you could be bragging a little bit of ego. Just a tad, you're allowed some ego. You could recall many times when something totally unexpected or unexplained had washed on the shores near your home.
Once there were bones on this beach, real ones, like from an animal or something.
What kind of animal?
I don't know.
Cove's lips trembled at the idea. The little talk you were having momentarily relaxed Cove, but he was on edge again. Aww. The conversation ended with that. Ugh. ... As you contemplated your options, it occurred to you that you hadn't heard the noise for a while.
Cove, I think it's gone.
Cove perked up at this. You watched as he listened for the scary sound that had become background noise to your adventure.
You're right.
You're right. You both stood awkwardly in the now silent night. Without the mysterious call to lead you, there wasn't a reason to stay out any longer. Now it's your turn.
The night was still as you walked home, with none of the usual background noises or the eerie whistle from before. You could hear every step you and Cove made like a cough in a movie theater. The two of you came to a halt outside your front door. Never before had it so ominous. Now to sneak back inside.
Do you sneak out a lot? Lots, and you were lying. That's so cute.
Let's go with that. I do it pretty much every night.
That's a lie.
No. Chuckled to himself, not at all convinced, but what does he know? Are you worried about getting caught?
No.
He was so forthright you believed him completely. But your dad, won't he get mad or catches you?
He's never happy with what I do.
Oh. Sympathize, you encourage Cove to eat more pop. Stayed out of it, you didn't know it. You sympathize. That must be hard.
Yeah, P and Mom do what they want. Why shouldn't I?
Alright, I'm going in.
Bye.
Okay, good night.
Good night, Cove. Thanks for coming with me tonight. I'm not sure I could have done it by myself.
I wanted to go with you.
You beamed at him.
Aww.
You turned the doorknob as slowly as a clock's minute hand, holding your breath for the telltale click of the lock, then nudged it open. When all that happened was the door opening rather than blaring alarm. You melted. Back inside, you were surprised to find your mom still watching TV. Weirder still, it looked like they were on the same shows they were watching, yet you were positive you'd been out investigating for hours. Perhaps
I'm not sure why your microphone is cutting off every once in a while, hun.
Oh, weird.
Maybe it just wasn't close enough?
Yeah, maybe. Perhaps you could use their distraction to your advantage. If you could just get up the stairs, you would be safe from suspicion. But how would you get there?
I would just walk in like nobody's business.
Yeah, but you know,
It's like nothing's different. I was just in the bathroom.
Sometimes the best you can do is hide in plain sight. You strode across the room in direction of the staircase. Ace? Your moms knew you were up, but they had no idea why. They abandoned their couch and their show to hurry over. They were still in a state of surprise. You weren't in trouble yet.
Are you okay?
What are you doing down here, sweetie? Did you have a bad dream? Ooh, this one's a hard one.
You know, silence is an answer.
Yeah, that's an answer. Their surprise gave way to concern, and the two shared a look.
Sweetie.
Honey. Mom took you by the hand and led you up the stairs.
Oof, your hand is cold. Why didn't you come over to us? I was supposed to be in bed.
Ace, you won't ever be in trouble for coming to us when you're frightened. Aww.
Don't say mommy, Gaz.
We'd much rather you come to us than try to solve things all by yourself.
Her phrasing made you feel bad.
The nervousness ate at you as you were tucked into bed. Your moms assumed that your flushing and insistence on delving under the covers was part of your fear, and spoke to you softly until you calmed down enough to peep out from underneath your sheets. Once your moms had left, you turned over the night's adventure in your mind. It was still hard to believe that you really done it. It was harder still to believe that you'd gotten away with it. Even now, you half expected to be caught somehow. Perhaps you'd left the door ajar or trailed sand that they'd already swept up. You hoped that Cove had gotten home okay, though he hadn't been worried. Being told off was never fun.
Wait, if you were their child, that means canonically your moms have fucked. Yeah,
Hey, Gaz.
I'm pretty sure they're implied to be a lesbian couple, Gaz.
Gaz, are you
Not
okay?
It's in the text.
It's not even implied. Yeah, no, it's just the text. There is no subtext to be found here.
I just thought that was interesting.
Okay. Homo. Wriggling down deeper underneath the sheets, your thoughts turned to the unsolved mystery. You and Cove had only just begun to scratch the surface of it.
Second. Just moving my phone.
You're alright.
Rookie.
Ow. Oh, shit. Maybe you'd solve it, and maybe you wouldn't. But what mattered was that you'd shared the experience with each other. You were still so energized by the night's excitement that you tossed and turned in bed for some time, thinking up theories to share with Cove when you next saw him. Aw. Sleep eventually claimed you, but the adventure merely resumed in your dreams.
Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Next morning proceeded mostly like usual, though your mom seemed to be giving extra consideration since finding you last night. Later learned that Cove didn't end up in trouble for nightly escapade either. It was unclear whether that was because his dad chose not to punish him, or if Cove got away with it. It was amazing to you that it all worked out for you both.
Aww.
As for the sounds that started this all, the adults were convinced it was nothing more than the wind. For your imaginative mind, it wasn't nearly enough. How could they accept something so simple so easily? Maybe it'd make more sense when you're grown up too.
Aww.
Go ahead and save.
Absolutely. Real quick, I'm gonna go fill my water up before we keep reading.
Oh, don't go to menu. How do I get out of this save? Okay. Yeah, I'll go do the same actually.
Alright, we'll be right back,
That
chat.
quick.
Ow!
No, the parental issues isn't necessarily
Like several partners without them, or do you have people? Like on a out of 10, how many?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can keep track of that kind of stuff, but it's also partially on your feet.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily something that I like, you know.
Maybe a better word would be just traumatized people.
Yeah.
But then again, that's not even like something to be like judgy about either way. 'Cause it's like, it's because you get me.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hop back on. Hello, I am back. Bum, 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 bum. Green what? Oh, I think Roki's still AFK. Bum, 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 bum. Alrighty.
There we go. Alright. Hello,
Alright, well, I'm
everyone. We're back. Alright, chat, what one do we do next? Unless, of course, Ace has a good idea of which one they want to do next.
They're all pretty good.
Alright, well, if you have a preference, speak now or forever hold thy tongue.
I think maybe we do sleepover.
Sleepover sounds good. I'm down.
Okay.
All right, kids, we're done with dinner. Come to the table. Your stomach. Your stomach? Jesus.
Stomach?
Your stomach grumbled right on time, as if it had heard your... halted your game and looked over. Mom was almost done setting the table. She was walking around with... She's walking around the mahogany wood and putting down... Strubbick. Fuck.
Strubbick?
Having a stroke.
Having a stroke.
Mommy was still in the kitchen humming under stove.
You're real struggling with that one still, huh? The mommy.
Empty pots in the sink to wash. Listen, it's the word mommy feels weird to come out of a 27-year-old's mouth.
27,000-year-old demon's mouth.
Yeah. From beside you, Lizzie stirred and uncrossed her legs, standing up. She stretched her arms above her head.
Finally! I'm ready to eat!
You talk.
I'm guessing that you call your bottom mommy in bed for some reason.
No,
I think that's what she's trying to imply.
Fucking... We're moving on!
If you say so.
And she cast a sly glance in your direction, recognized.
Last one to the table is a rotten egg.
I have it, but it was too late. Lizzie had already bolted towards the kitchen.
Aww.
You threw a cushion. Attack!
Oh, attack!
Grabbing one of the cushions from the sofa, you threw it towards. Hit her in the back of the leg, so it was too soft to do anything. Brushed off the scowl. It was a short distance to the kitchen table, and Lizzie managed to get there easily, having a hand over. Mom moved just before Lizzie could bump into her with it as aspirated.
Ah! What the fuck, Matthew?
Hmm?
He's biting my shit. Biting everything I own. Peeling all of the decorations off of it.
Oh no.
Why does he do this? Such a little freak. I win again. You didn't win because you were racing by yourself.
Because you cheated. Okay, you won. You didn't bother trying to talk to her about it.
Your mic is doing that cutout at the end again, oh no.
Is it doing that on stream, Gaz? Is it cutting out on stream?
No, you're good. I just wanted to make sure if you were burning your hand.
No, it's not that loud.
Okay, might be Discord being weird then.
Mm-hmm. You could always try turning off noise cancellation for the time being if you'd like, but don't pressure yourself to work on it. It's just like the very tail end of a few of your sentences, so it's not too bad. It just means it's coming through a little bit scuffed on my end on the stream.
Gotcha.
Ow.
Yep.
I didn't cheat.
You ran before me.
Yeah, because that's how racing works. The one who starts first finishes first.
That isn't true.
That sounds like something a rotten egg would say.
Lizzie grinned, her hands on her hips, then she looked over your shoulder.
Cove, you can be the tiebreaker. Was that a real race that I totally won?
You blinked. You hadn't noticed what he had been doing during this little, which wasn't much. You spotted Cove still on the floor. His legs were crossed. The arm with the cast was resting in the two of you with a slight frown. It felt sort of strange to see him. Tonight, Cove had come first. Your moms and his dad had planned it. You weren't surprised. You were the one who asked your moms about it. You decided when your mom told you so much to do. It made you quite nervous. You know what? Yeah, I was the one who planned that shit. They told you they would ask Mr. Holden, and you looked...
Okay, yeah, you've definitely got to turn noise suppression off. It cut off the entire end of that paragraph you were reading.
Huh. That's
Yeah,
interesting, because I don't know if it's done that for anybody else.
Yeah, I don't have any sort of noise gate on my computer either. It could also be
Gotcha.
that we're on the same, like, connection. Like, some weird bug.
Yeah, maybe.
So sorry to, like, have you go through all that.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have your
They told-
voice boosted on Discord, maybe? Like the...
Yeah, I just turned off noise suppression. We'll see if that works.
Okay. I'll mess around with one quick thing on my end here.
Let me also look.
Yeah, I have your user volume. We set it to 100% maybe? That could have been it.
If not, then I'll just, like, join and
whoa.
rejoin the call.
Yeah, that fixed it. Whatever you just did fixed it.
I didn't do
coming through
anything.
The fuck? Here, like, say a full sentence or something.
Alright. They had told you they would ask Mr. Holden. You looked forward to it since you had found out he agreed.
Yeah, it still cut off the very end. Weird. Whatever.
And you even helped Mom search the storage. Okay, one second. Let me notice it's like... Let me disconnect from the call and rejoin it.
Okay. Hi, gay
Very
people.
See if that fixed it at all, because it's... I don't think it's the noise suppression in that case.
Well, those sentences came through good.
Mm-hmm. Let me just, like, look through all of my settings. Yeah, I don't see anything different than normal.
Yeah, and it's working fine now. Maybe it was like a... I don't even know what that could be other than like... Possibly
if
just a
it still works.
connectivity thing. Yeah. Like maybe if I turned down something on my side. But so far so good, so...
They had told you they would ask Mr. Holden.
Oh,
You
we
looked
had to-
forward to it since the...
The
What?
live. You have to redo the live on
Oh.
your computer, my bad. Sorry! Ah! There we go. Okay. Classic scuff on the rookie stream.
Look forward to it since the moment you found out he agreed. And you even helped Mom search the storage room for a sleeping bag and extra bedding to prepare for his visit. Poe pursed his lips at Lizzie's question, and he didn't respond. Maybe he was planning on ignoring her, not that Lizzie would make it easy.
Come on.
Well, did I win or what?
No.
Bro answered. What? I don't think you won. How come? It's not my fault Ace is slow. Whoa, girl. Cheating is cheating, and cheaters
You
never
don't
win.
have to say the quiet part loud.
Literally, that's what I'm saying.
You always pick his side.
You always pick his side. Oh, Ko struck a shy peek at you. A shy peek at you before answering her. I pick him and he picks me. You're a couple of rotten eggs then.
That's enough. Nobody's here as a loser or a rotten egg. You're each farm fresh. Which is a sentence I thought I would never say.
All right.
Now listen to Mom and come and sit at the table for dinner. All three of you. You and Lizzie obeyed, sitting across from each other at the edge of the table. Lizzie blew a raspberry at you when Mom turned her back. Your parents brought the last of the food, then they took their seats further down the table instead of sitting right next to you and Lizzie. Only Cove was left out. He had stood up from his spot on the floor, but he hadn't made his move towards the kitchen.
Oh. That one's your mom.
Oh, that's me. That one's me, you're right. Cove, you can sit too.
Ugh. Slowly, he
Slowly.
eyed the 4 seats that were left. Thanks to the new seating arrangement your parents chose, one free chair was beside you, another next to Lizzie, and the last two were the other side where your moms were sitting. If you
Sit
don't tell
next to
that boy to
me.
sit next to you. Cove's gaze met your red eyes. He smiled briefly. He grinned back.
1 second.
You're good. He walked over, pulled out the chair next to yours, and sat down. You were glad he wanted to sit with you. He just needed to know it was okay. Now that everyone was situated, Mommy began to pass out plates.
See, you did it too.
On occasion! That's why I'm giving her a hot voice, though. Dig in, kids. I cooked a little bit of everything for dinner tonight.
Be sure not to avoid all the veggies.
Yes, Mom.
Each person at the table served themselves, except for one. Cove hesitated again. He fidgeted with his hands clamped on the top of his knees. He didn't seem very comfortable doing stuff in someone else's house. One dish seemed to have his eye, at least. That's pineapple chicken. Do you want to try some?
That sounds fire. Not really, sorry.
By then, your moms had noted that Cove still had nothing on his plate as well.
Do you not like any of the food, honey?
Maybe he hasn't tried Hawaiian food before.
He hasn't? Wow. Please don't talk with your mouth full, Lizzie.
Lizzie swallowed the bite as she was eating, then she spoke again.
He should try it now. She turned to Cove dramatically. Unless you want to shrink. That's what happens if you miss a meal.
Elizabeth, that's not true. You know that.
His little face is so precious. I want to
Yeah.
squish him.
Clove.
Clove.
Fuck!
This is like the
squirmed.
scenario where you make a typo in the group chat and everybody changes it to the name of the group chat.
Whoa.
Clove.
Cove squirmed under all the attention. He fidgeted with a fork between his fingers.
I've had some things, just not any of this. Oh shoot. I knew I should have asked your dad what your favorite foods were.
It's alright, Lonnie. Maybe you'll find a new favorite today. You weren't so sure about that. Cove didn't look like he was going to be trying the food anytime soon. All right, I need to not de-stress. I need to just decompress. I need to drain my brain
Okay,
so that way I can stop stumbling over my words.
tell me about
I need
it.
to get an ice pick and just ooze some of that excess blood out.
Let's get a scrub daddy.
Aggravating
go
moment.
on your head.
Give me your plate. Let your
I think
mom
the give me your
saddles.
plate is kind of cute though.
Yeah.
It's just like, let me
Speech
help.
jab like you boys. You know what? I think you'd like the pineapple chicken. I think it's yummy.
Ugh.
He ultimately trusted your judgment. At your suggestion, Cove carefully spooned the rice and chicken onto the plate. You saw he took more of the grilled pineapple than any of the vegetables.
Aw.
He nodded, pleased. Your mom's let it slide. At first, Cove picked at the food. Clearly, he was apprehensive to eat something new. But he took a few exploratory bites.
Aw. It's good, huh? Isn't it? You don't have to keep asking.
He still speared more meat with his fork and ate it, chewing thoughtfully.
It's not bad.
Mommy grinned at his words, satisfied even though it wasn't exactly a glowing commendation. Lizzie wasn't as mollified.
You're so weird. Don't be mean to your friend. He's not my friend. We're not friends. Oh.
Mommy floundered in the face of Cove's blunt honesty.
Clove.
Fuck!
Clove. 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 Clove.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, I bet you are. Poor sheepy.
Fuck you, Glass! I was like, Glass! Why am I talking like a cartoon cat right now?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know, but like... Are you okay?
I'm having a fucking brain aneurysm.
An
I need to go to the
aneurysm?
hospital.
Hospital?
Yeah, like a cartoon, I don't know. Whatever.
Where they're like... Do you want a yellow banana? Would you like a yellow banana?
Alright. Okay, we got this.
Do we?
We do! We have it!
Do you?
I do, I have it. Fucking Mr. Rogers and Puppet!
Meow, 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 meow. That's all you ever say. Meow,
I'm
meow,
gonna
meow.
die.
Meow, meow, meow.
Gonna melt in my fucking seat.
Can I lick it up after?
Surprised by Cove's declaration. The more you got to know him, the more you realize he wasn't the type of kid to keep his opinions to himself. She wasn't easy to get along with all the time, though Cove didn't make much of an effort either. You hoped Cove thought of you as a friend. You two were friends, right though? You wondered how he felt about you. That still made you nervous about your own relationship with him. At least you two were definitely friends. I mean, you know... I don't know if I'm an insecure type. I mean, you know...
I mean, with the way he's so direct about everyone else, I don't think he'd be doubting it, you know?
Yeah.
Realistically, I don't think he could possibly doubt it.
You'll miss more amazing words.
You can always just download the Twitch.tv mobile app on your compatible device.
That's so true. Yeah. You knew that without a doubt. The way you felt about Lizzie didn't change it. When you gave Coke... I said Coke.
When you gave Coke? When you... A Coke?
Oh, I'm melting into the floor right now.
Aww. Aww. When you gave Cove a look, he returned a small smile, confirming your thoughts. Your mommy looked at Mom and only got a shrug.
Mom, Elizabeth, don't call someone weird.
No!
There's no such thing as a weird person and a non-weird person. There's just different perspectives.
What? What did you do? Why is the National Weather Alert System reading our fucking game?
I'm gonna cry! I hit a button on accident!
What button is that?
V, I guess?
The
Yeah.
V?
Self-voicing enabled.
Yeah, it's V!
Mom,
No,
Elizabeth,
stop!
don't call someone
Stop!
weird. There's self-voicing disabled.
Assassino cappuccino!
Hearing
What in the fuck is going on?
the fucking robot voice say Mom scared the shit out of me. I was like, what?
It's like your computer is finally waking up.
No!
It's decided you're its mother.
I'm gonna cry. Oh, my stomach.
Also, Gaz,
hurts.
what is this fucking weird-ass emote you keep sending? I don't like this.
Oh, it's from Charborg streams. I
It's
think.
so fucking creepy looking.
Oh, I have to. I'm sorry.
Have to.
Self-voicing enabled. Mommy,
No!
self-voicing disabled.
Yeah.
God, that one's bad too. Why does that look
Mommy.
like the Grinch? It's the Grinch swallowing sucking. I hate that gif so much, but it does. It's green. It's Green Man. It's green. Oh fuck! I just spilled tea all over my computer.
Oh no! Are you?
I'm not kidding.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Do you need help?
I'm just gonna go ahead and
I don't know. Oh.
in your room, so you've got all the towels.
Yeah. Oh my god, this fucking stream. Everything is just a mess. This is... No! That's great. Bum 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 bum. Well, at least in this time, I can, you know, I don't know, try to fix my brain. Like, put a screwdriver in my ear and, like, twist my brain until I can, like, say words right. Wait a minute. Do I have closed captions on? I do! Try holding a deep breath for 10 seconds, okay? Oh. Like 20 minutes. Is this... Yeah, that's obtainable. I could do that. I could do 20 minutes. Just gonna lose brain cells like this. What do I mean, what do I have to lose, you know? Oh, the closed captions are so fucking scuffed. Let off, what do I... Other closed captions are looking scoofed. Scoofed. Went off to where other closed captions are looking school to. Oh, I got that one right. A tonic! Fucking minging! Attack them? The continued? To attack the accounts of the... think the mold got to it. Chat. I'm reading the closed captions. Income would talk to each averaging closed captions. That's good. Hell yeah. When Caleb City skit where it's like effort tech. Alright. How back are you? Are you still cleaning up? I think he's still cleaning up. No. Among Us. Alright, I'll be open this fucking clip and not mute my desktop audio. Pope's blood honesty! Oh, you're back. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was confused because I was listening to like an audio clip as well. Quoves. Haha, what a week. It's only Wednesday, Captain. Alright. Alright, we're back. We're doing great. Everything is fine. Oh no.
There we go, I fixed it. We're good. Sorry about that, everybody.
Welcome back. Okay. God damn it, stop making me say mommy! Mommy tried to whisper exclusively to Mom. Her attempt to make it audible over the sounds of clanking silverware meant that you caught the quiet words anyway.
They're not friends. He said so.
As parents, we can only try, and sometimes we fail. Not all kids will be thick as thieves.
Aww.
Now, less talking and more eating, kids. You need to clean up and start winding down for bed soon.
But Mom...
No buts. We've talked about this. Your bedtime will be moved back in a few years, but for now, you don't get to stay up late.
Aww.
Lizzie sulked, muttering under her breath about how it wasn't right.
I'd laugh at the way she wrote about it.
Yeah.
Wrote?
You can contain your
spoke,
snorts.
Whatever.
That's you. You're mommy.
Yeah, sorry, I took a sip of my drink and it felt like there was something in my straw, so I'm like checking because I do
Oh my
not
god.
want any more of this shit tonight.
Oh no.
There's nothing in there, but it really did feel like it. I think I might be hallucinating.
So big.
We're all good. Don't sweat it. Something the matter, Ace?
Mom says no buts. Lizzie scoffed and rolled her eyes, unimpressed by such crude words. Mommy snickered along with you, however.
That's right, no butts allowed here. You'll have to get rid of yours.
No, I need it. The two of you continue to chuckle, and Cove even cracked a smile.
Aww.
Children, I'm surrounded by children. The rest of dinner passed by uneventfully. Cove was silent for most of it, even when you nudged him and tried to get him to talk. Panic at the disco? Nah, gas leak in the apartment.
Damn, real, probably,
Real
with all
as
the
fuck.
shit that's been going on. Wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise
honestly.
me, not even a little.
Something, B-Wings, how rubber yo pussy.
What?
You all know what the post I'm referring to?
No.
Everyone's what? Okay, B-Wings, Plague Jr. Fucking held down by your B-Wings. There we go, I found it. Fighting for my fucking life.
Okay, but what is it?
I'm trying to find a fucking non-Reddit page that I can show it on, but whatever, it won't. I can't.
Sucks. What is it, though?
It's a post of Rome, there we go. What the? What? Why is the browser not showing now? Ah!
Streamer mode.
Ah! I'm fucking lose it. There we go.
I think we might have carbon monoxide poisoning.
Cis people flirting. How rubbery that pussy. Trans people flirting. You need to hold me down by my weak little B-Wings and use me to repopulate the hive.
Oh!
Update to all, for all the people who asked me to explain this post. Apologies for the erratic behavior, forgetfulness, and breakdowns in the past year, friends. The water heater guy came this morning and found a gas leak 3 feet from my bed.
Jesus
There's
Christ.
no gas leak in the apartment! I was making a reference to a meme!
Gas leak? No. Love is in the air.
Love is in the air.
See? No gas leak, just love this time.
Just
Usually
love.
it's the other way around. I
Gas
promise.
leak, yeah.
Gas leak! Like live leak, but for gas.
All too soon, the table was cleared, the games in the living room were put away, and you were all steered to your bedrooms.
What the-
Oh, face. Mom finished tucking you in and kissed your brow just as Mommy poked her head in the room.
Gas leak. All ready for lights off, you two?
You are lying comfortably in your bed, the blanket hiked up under your armpits. You could kick it off later if it got too hot. Mom had set up the sleeping bag on the floor for Cove, just beside your bed. He had already wiggled inside.
Aw, the wiggler.
You nodded for both of... You nodded for the both of you in response to Mommy's question.
Good night.
Perfect. I'll just say goodnight to Lizzie then.
Wow.
Mom tweaked your nose, chuckled when you squawked in annoyance, and left. Mommy took her place, sitting on the edge of your bed.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams, sweetie.
She pressed a soft kiss to your forehead. You giggled as strands of her hair fell forward and tickled you. Mommy smiled affectionately at you, then moved her attention to Cove, who watched from his spot on the floor.
Do you need anything before falling asleep, honey? What does your dad do? Sometimes he picks me up and lifts me really high, and he shakes his hands like he's gonna let go. But he always catches me again. He keeps doing that until sometimes he does drop me on my bed, or other times he lowers me down, and we pretend like I'm crashing.
Cove had become pretty excited when talking about the nightly ritual he and his dad shared. He seemed to realize how animated he was and bashfully quieted.
But I don't want to do that here.
Aw.
Aw, how fun! Though I think you're right that it might not be a good idea to do that tonight. The sleeping bag might not be the soft enough landing.
Robot Mom. What is this clip?
I can't believe you've already forgotten what happens when you press the B button.
Ah, fuck me. Forgot about that, yeah.
If there's anything else, you can always ask me or Ace's other mom.
Self-voicing enabled. Mommy, self-voicing disabled.
Hey, what if I, screamed at you? But I'm the nicer one. Just don't tell her that.
She laughed good-naturedly and stood up.
Take care.
Sleep well, Cove. I would ask her very politely to sit on my, good night.
Leaning against the door jamb, she rested a hand on the light switch and looked to you.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Meow.
With a last smile, Mommy turned off the lights and stepped out, closing the bedroom door behind her. You listened to her footsteps fade as she walked down the hallway. But even as the sound vanished, your eyes stayed open. It was so excited to have Cove spending the night.
Aw.
Cove?
Yeah?
I'm glad we're friends.
Oh, thanks. Me too. ...
It started when Cove sighed deeply. You turned your head to look in his direction. In the dark, you can only see a faint outline of a lump under the covers. Cove? Could you be less loud? Could you be quieter? Please stop that.
Wow.
Shut the fuck up, Cove. I'm trying to sleep.
Hey, you said his name right this time. I can't sleep.
What?
He got off perfectly on my side. Oh my god.
Why not?
Oh my god. He shitted?
No. Alright, you go for this one. Give me a fucking rest.
He shifted, or at least you thought he did. You couldn't see anything since your eyes were still adjusting to the dark, but you heard his sleeping bag rustle. I want to be in my bed.
Oh.
Cove sat up. Your eyes had gotten used to the low light level, so you could see him better. He got out of the sleeping bag, wobbled towards your side table, and pulled open the top drawer.
What is it?
I'm getting my glasses.
You sat up too. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
He sat up too, watching as he reached inside. He paused for a second, then pulled his hand out. Instead of glasses, though, he was holding a book. Cove turned it around in his hand, trying to figure out the proper orientation for it. You know, even without reading the title, which one it was. That was the one your moms would read to you. It was special.
Aw,
Oh, you're looking for your glasses.
I was, then I felt this. Looks cool.
The compliment he afforded your special book had you grinning, your confusion forgotten. It is really cool.
Oh yeah? What's it about?
It's a story about a squire who wants to become a knight and there's magic.
Does it have mermaids?
No, but... of the main character, because the squire is really brave and funny. It has cool pictures. Some of them even take up the whole page. Mommy reads it to me. She uses a different voices for every character.
Aww. That's really precious.
Some of them are really silly too. There's a lot of characters and they all have good lines, so it's fun. Cove looked excited by her words. He flipped the book over and focused at the backside summary. He must be pretty interested in it. He reminded of the hours he'd spent hearing the tales. No matter how many times you read it or had it read to you, you were still entertained by the story of pictures inside. He glanced out the window. The moon was high in the sky. We're gonna read that book.
Aw.
Climbed out of bed and padded over to your side table. You opened it and rummaged around, pushing aside stuffed toys and crayons. Cove called out to you in confused whisper.
What are you doing?
E.
E.
You'll see. You let out a quiet cry of victory when you found out what you were looking for. You jumped back onto the bed before any hidden boogeyman could catch you unaware. Cove continued to watch as you wiggle your way beneath the blanket you discarded earlier and you pulled it over your head.
What's...
Also, Kelly, you miss me having a fucking, like, brain aneurysm in the stream.
You missed me, you know, breaking my keyboard probably. Spilling a whole like a quarter of a glass of tea all over it.
Yay. Come on, check it out. Bring the book too.
Aw, cute.
After a minute, the bed dipped as Cove got on it and the blankets shifted. You fiddled with the flashlight in your grip, feeling for the switch. With a click, the small space flooded with a bright light. Cove sputtered and putting a hand up to shield himself from the beam.
Move it somewhere else.
Sorry. You tilted the flashlight so it was shining down towards the floor of your blanket cave, away from Cove's sensitive eyes. Is that better?
Yeah.
Now we can read and my moms won't know.
Oh.
Do this all the time. Yeah, I fucking study by moonlight. When mom or mommy check on me, I had to hide everything under the blanket, but I still haven't been caught before. Do you want to try? Cove nodded, pleased by his straightforward response. He placed the book between you and flipped it open to the first page. Meanwhile, he lay down on his belly and shuffled closer, picking up the flashlight to shine it on the pages. His face was illuminated with a warm glow. You mirrored his position, leaning in so you could see the book better. Your foreheads nearly brushed until you shuffled back a comfortable distance. Let's see, what are we gonna do here?
I think we should just look at all the cool pictures with him, because he seems to be reading it himself.
Hell yeah. Look! You passed through the book rapidly, stopping at a familiar picture. Cove sucked in a breath at the sight, leaning in closer to inspect it. The whole page was dedicated to the drawing. In it, the squire was battling the dragon. It was before two of them would realize they had a lot in common and should be friends. The squires bring the sword down on the dragon with all their might, but the dragon managed to hold him back using a giant clawed hand.
Whoa.
Isn't it cool? Oh, and there's another one like this too. Resume flipping through the pages, only pausing on the next art piece. This is the part where the squire and the dragon fight the king and his knights. Two of you read the book and fits and starts, focusing more on detailed images. Cole wasn't annoyed though, he looked enthralled. His eyes were following the text, a soft smile lighted up his features. A soft smile lighting up his features. A lock of his hair fell into his field of vision, but he gave it no notice. He was lost in the story. You started when Cove caught you watching him. He raised a questioning eyebrow.
What?
Nothing. Cove shot you a strange look, but he went back to the book. You did too, even as your eyelids started to droop.
When
Your eyelids opened again. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just trying to give you a break. When your eyes opened again, your bedroom was pitch black and silent. Your head was smushed in your pillow, your pajamas were sticking to you, and your mouth was dry. That's how you know it was a good-ass nap. Slowly, you raised yourself onto your elbows. You yawned, the back of your throat twinging as you did so. You rolled onto your side to sit up in bed, planning on getting water from the kitchen, when you saw a dark shape towering above you. You froze. Then you remembered you weren't alone in your room tonight.
Cove, that you?
Yeah. You shifted and felt something cylindrical Huh? Okay. You shifted and felt something cylindrical press against your thigh. You fumbled for it. The familiar weight of the flashlight pressed into your palm. You turned it on.
Jesus Christ.
Good God, the wording of that could not have been worse. Cove blinked at you, looking exhausted. He was in his normal clothes again, shoes and everything. His pajama pants were left on the floor abandoned. His sleeping bag was in a similar state.
What is it?
Can't sleep. I keep waking up.
Did you have a bad dream?
He shook his head from side to side. No, just can't sleep. It's weird here. You frowned. You'd helped your mom's redecorate it only a few months back.
I like my room.
It's not that it's bad, I just always sleep in my bed, in my room. That made things a little clearer. It wasn't anything that you'd done. Cove just couldn't sleep at a new place. You wondered how long it took for Cove's bedroom in his new house to not be weird to him. Probably a while. I'm gonna go.
What?
That shook off the last of your doziness. He was going to walk outside back to his own house at this time of night all by himself. He noted your shocked expression and looked at you with resolve. My dad'll let me in. I've gone outside late before and I have to go.
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
Why?
Why? I can get there myself, and then you'd have to go all the way back here from my house. Aww.
You know what? I'm gonna defend you, Cove.
Aww. That's also really cute. Wait. Cove looked at you quietly as if contemplating something before nodding his head.
Okay.
Alright. With that, Cove casually crouched down to collect his pajama pants. You were relieved that he didn't mind you coming.
Are you getting the rest of your stuff too? Like your toothbrush? I don't know where my mom's put it at all.
No, just this. You could understand that. You didn't really need anything right now, and you could always pick it up as things tomorrow. Go visited your house during the day all the time. You grabbed the flashlight and waited by the door. Soon Cove joined you. The two of you crept out into the hallways as silently as you could. You dissected the loose floorboard at the end of the hall, alerting Cove to it as well. Apart from that, you had no problems making it to the front door. Everybody was in their rooms, so the rest of the house was abandoned. It was brighter outside. Here, some of your other neighbors had lights coming through their windows. Still, you felt better with your flashlight turned on. You pointed it in the direction you were walking. There was no sound apart from the chirping of crickets and the crunch of some loose sand that got all the way up the street from the beach. After a while, it was almost soothing. You thought back to your unlocked front door and hoped one of your moms didn't wake up. If they locked it or checked in on you, or both, you'd be in a lot of trouble. Surprisingly, it was Cove who broke the deep silence. This was my first sleepover.
Really? I had sleepovers before. Sometimes I'll go to Grandma and Grandpa's house. Shiloh slept over a few times too, and other stuff.
Cove remained quiet. The silence stretched between you, but didn't feel awkward right now. You didn't feel the need to break it immediately. That's how you know you're in a good relationship, is when the silence is comforting.
Yeah. How was it, or is it?
It's not bad. I liked reading your book.
You did? I thought you weren't having fun. You didn't really say anything when we were eating.
I didn't know what to say.
Oh.
Now you were the one who didn't know what to say, so you said nothing. You just lit the path ahead. The two of you kept walking side by side, your shadows stretching across the concrete. In almost no time at all, you arrived. Cove's house loomed above you. The windows dark. Mr. Holden must be sleeping, just like everyone else in your own family.
Are you sure your dad's gonna open the door?
Yeah, he wakes up real easily. As if to demonstrate, he rang the doorbell. A couple minutes passed, and you wondered if Cove was wrong. Then the front door unlocked and cracked open, and out came his dad.
Yo!
Whoa!
Mr. Holden wasn't wearing all his clothes. His hair wasn't up in a ponytail like normal either. He felt a little bad to disturb him when he definitely had not been expecting anybody. His eyes narrowed down into tired slits, yet they opened wide when he saw you and Cove.
Kids, what in the world are you doing? Everything okay? I couldn't sleep.
Cove said my room is weird. Mr. Holden blinked, his features still twisted in panic. Then he closed his eyes and let out a deep breath.
Right. Well, that's a shame. What's done is done. Come on inside, son. We can talk about what happened in the morning. Okay.
Cove yawned while accepting the terms without complaint.
Thank you for dropping him off, Ace. I think you'll have to be a part of the conversation tomorrow, but we'll deal with what to do next time. Now, let me walk you back. It's not safe for you to be out this late by yourself.
He moved a step past you, but you shook your head. I'll be fine, Mr. Holden. My house is right there, and I have a flashlight.
Mr. Holden remained where he was, his brow furrowed, and placed a hand on Cove's shoulder blade. Sorry, my bad.
You're good?
Then I'll stand right here. Cove and I will be your lookouts. We'll close our door once you've made it back inside.
You nodded your head at the compromise.
Have a good night. Take care.
Mr. Holden waved you off. As you turned, your eyes met Cove's. Still standing beside his dad, his lip turned at the corners, he spoke in an almost whisper.
Bye.
Bye, Ace. Thanks for coming.
Flashlight clutched in your hand, you jogged back over to your home. You did feel better knowing Cove and his dad were watching to make sure nothing happened. Once you got to your front door, you glanced over to see the two waiting. You waved faintly. You saw Cove wave back. Yo!
A bot.
Time. Wow.
I love that it's day-to-day alcoholic.
Yeah, wait, what the fuck? That's a banger bot name.
That's a pretty good one, yeah, I won't lie.
You quietly closed the door behind you, smiling to yourself.
True, they are on brand.
Then you tiptoed into your bedroom. The flashlight returned to your drawer in its rightful place. Although Cove had to go back in the end, you still considered the sleepover to be quite a success. You did hope next time he'd be able to stay the whole night, whenever next time came along. Next morning, you were awakened with the sound of Mom's voice, soft shake on your shoulder. Ace, wake up, it's time to get up and at him. The sun was peeking through your curtains, and you rubbed out your eyes as they adjusted to the new light. Cove's already out of bed. You blinked at her for a moment, confused, until you caught the empty sleeping bag on the ground and remembered what happened during the night.
Aw.
But I didn't see him out there. I wonder he's gotten off to so early. You hesitated, giving Mom a look with your mouth hanging half open as your mind processed what to tell her.
Everything okay?
Ace, everything alright? Cove couldn't sleep. He said my room was weird.
What?
What? Where's Cove now? Did he sleep on the couch? Mom was still looking at you expectantly, but as you started to explain what happened, you were interrupted by Mommy calling you from downstairs saying Mr. Holden was at the door. You could tell by that Mom's forehead crinkled that she was even more concerned. When she turned to head downstairs, you pulled back the covers and jumped out of the bed to follow her. Cliff, how are you? Mom joined Mommy at the door while you hovered at the bottom of the stairs and peeked around the corner. Saw Cove's dad standing just outside, a sheepish smile on his face. He was alone and you wondered if Cove was alright.
I don't want to alarm you both, but Cove shoved up back home in the middle of the night and he wasn't alone. He rubbed the back of his neck anxious. Fuck!
Yay!
He did the anime thing with his, arm behind his neck. He must have felt bad about sharing the news. Mr. Holden kind of reminded you of Cove in that moment.
Your moms exchanged a matching pair of surprise look. Mommy gasping and covering her mouth with a hand.
I'm just looking at Gaz's comment and trying to parse what it means.
This text that says Cove's dad feels like it's yelling at me. What?
I just don't understand.
The two of them looked your way. You quickly ducked behind the wall.
The boy and I made sure Ace got back safe, but Cove wouldn't tell me what happened. I thought you might have a little more insight.
We didn't hear a thing during the night. I noticed Cove was just gone minutes before you arrived.
Is he alright? We're so sorry. We'll be having a talk with Ace about this for sure.
Mr. Holden pulled his lips into a tight smile and held up his hands as if to say it wasn't their fault.
He's fine, I just wanted to find out more before having another talk with him. I should have known he wasn't ready to spend the night at someone else's house.
Felt bad for Mr. Holden. He looked so sad. They discussed the event for a little bit longer, your parents promising to call him if they found out more. When Mr. Holden finally said goodbye, you heard your mom calling your name. Immediately, you panicked, wondering if you should find somewhere to hide. There was a growing sense of dread in your stomach that you were about to get into a lot of trouble. Your moms found you eventually, though you were relieved to see they didn't look very angry. They did, however, look very worried.
That's ridiculous.
What were you thinking, Ace? Why didn't you tell us something was wrong? Why did you leave the house? You toed the ground in front of you, refusing to look at them.
I'm sure you were just trying to help him, but you know it's dangerous to go outside at night without a parent, don't you?
Nodding your head, you couldn't do much more than listen as your parents explained how dangerous it had been for you and Cove to wander over to your house on your own. Personally, you didn't think it was that bad, since Cove only lived across the street, but you didn't tell your moms that. You were already in enough trouble as it was, so when they asked you to promise to tell them something like that next time, you nodded your head in agreement. Even though it was a little unfair, you accepted the punishment that you weren't allowed to have any sleepovers until you could prove to your moms that you're responsible enough. You're determined to show them that you could be trusted. When you saw Cove next, he was sorry that you had gotten in trouble. After hearing a similar lecture, Cove got away with a warning from his dad. Mr. Holden felt negative. Experience was enough already, and Cove didn't need any additional punishments. In the end, the two of you and your parents were eventually to move past the ill-fated sleepover. It all been a learning experience, according to the adults. You could accept that. There were definitely things you learned from it. Hopefully one day you and Cove would be able to have a successful sleepover.
Aww. That was a fun, one.
Yeah.
Do you have the energy to do another? I'm kind of running low.
But if you want to end here, I'm also cool with that.
Yeah, I think my voice is kind of hurting already, which is
Yeah,
insane.
it's starting to feel it. There's a lot of reading in this.
Yes, it's good so far though. I love these
absolutely.
little dudes. They're so cute.
Yeah, the other moments are so fucking good too. Like as you get on, I think like the like step 3 is definitely like my favorite when like Cove is in his like early 20s and stuff.
Aw.
It's really good.
I'm really looking forward to it. We'll have to do another one of these sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. And then of course there's the wedding DLC, which is very cute.
Very cute. Oh,
Yeah. All right.
such a cute game.
That was fun, everybody.
Yeah, it was a
I'm
good
gonna
time.
Go ahead and call it there.
Sounds good to me. And...
Thank you for showing up. Oh, I'm streaming Steam for some reason.
Oh.
What? Why the fuck am I streaming Steam?
Wait, really? How long have you been streaming just the Steam screen?
Just now.
Oh, okay. It might be that you have it set to like match tile of same executable or something.
Oh, it's yeah, okay, I see. It's the browser thing with Our Life.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, bye everybody. Thank you for showing up. and
Bye.
everything.
Hopefully the
Bye.
next one is a little bit less scuffed.
Yeah,
Jeff
for
Bezos
sure.
just didn't want us to talk about queers.
It's true.
Night.
Night.
Ha ha.